Hi everyone, today I've been asked to talk about projection. So, projection is really important, but number one is that we want to make sure that projection does not cost you your stamina. We want it to be easy, we want it to be fun. And so I always want to start by talking about the breath, which if you've watched my videos before, you would know is very important to me. So we want to make sure that we're breathing into the round belly and into the rib cage expansion. So a lot of times when people take a big breath, like for the doctors or something, they'll go like this. And see how I'm like very sucked in there. So we're taking all the breath to the top of the lungs. But if we can learn to take the breath to the bottom of the lungs, we will have a lot more projection. So we're gonna fill the belly with air. We're not really filling the belly with air, but it's gonna feel like you are. So if I were to do this and breathe, you can see that my hands will pull apart, and if I put my hands on my hips and I breathe that way, you can see that my rib cage has expanded. So that's number one. We wanna have enough air, we wanna have so much air. And then we wanna let the air go. It's a nice flow. So let's give one big breath. So it'll just wanna flow right out. The next thing I like to do is what we call a semi-occluded vocal tract exercise. You don't have to remember that. It just means that something's gonna be in the way of our mouth. So my favorite one is actually the lip buzz that goes like this. We're buzzing our lips, and I like to poke in my cheeks just a little bit and touch my cheekbones. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. But if you're in a group setting, that can get a little messy, and these are still pandemic times and we want to conserve our germs. So instead, what I would like to do is use a V sound, a really pronounced V, because we can sing on that. And so what this is going to do is make your air spin fast and work hard for you in a really relaxed way for the throat. So right here, and we're going to go. Everyone try that. Okay, and so our air is working really hard to make that buzz of the V happen. It might tickle your mouth a little bit. And then let's see what happens when we open it to a vowel. So let's try E. Okay, so V. See how it kind of popped out of there without us having to really do anything? Let's try Ah. So I gave a nice projected but relaxed sound. So if I'm back at the piano, you can go V, V, and just release when you're ready, when you feel really good about that V sound. V, and you can hear how much my voice popped out without really me having to do anything. As you go up, you may want to change vowels more to ah. And then you'll get a nice projected sound. So have fun with that. Another exercise I like to do is this. It's a laughing exercise, but it's really a staccato exercise. You're going to feel like a jolly Santa Claus belly laugh, or Mrs. Claus. Yeah. And so when you do that, you're going to feel your belly bounce very naturally. And if you want to make it harder, you can go and to get more bounces in a row. Another thing to keep in mind is that you need to feel safe to make a big sound, because everyone keeps telling you to use your indoor voices, be quiet, use your indoor voice. And this is kind of a time to use your outdoor voice and just let it all go. So be in a safe environment where you feel people are respectful, or you're alone in the house before you try this, because when you start opening up, you might make a sound that you don't like or that surprises you. And that's okay. We all need to do that. But eventually you're going to find the sounds that surprise you in the best way. And it takes a little courage to do that. So make sure that you feel safe and you're in a great environment with a great teacher who will support you and a great group of friends who is also game to do this exercise. So the next one would be, I would take it a little bit lower for ladies, treble voices I should say, it should be about A, and for more bass voices, it could be down around F. And so we're just gonna go, we're gonna clue into our natural speech, and we're gonna go, hey there, hey there. Everyone's natural speech level is gonna be at a different pitch. So this is kind of a compromise. So A or B flat, hey there, and a big belly breath, and then just a hey there. Now as you go up, it's gonna feel like the person that you're talking to, saying hey to, is getting further away, but it's still someone that you are happy to see. So it doesn't get like, hey there, we don't get grabby or tense. Maybe it goes up to here, hey there, and an excited hey. And so I'm not going to bear down. I'm actually going to be quite bubbly and ready to greet them. Maybe they're across the street and they don't see me. So I go, hey there, to get their attention. And you're going to have to project that. You're going to have to make them hear you. So those are some basic, easy exercises for projection. And I would take those not too high, just to the top of your middle voice. They're not meant to stretch all the way up because it's not a range stretching exercise. There are other exercises for that. So comment if you have any questions, and I'm happy to keep making these videos, and welcome to my studio. Have a great day singing.